Which came first, the recording artist side of things or the producing side of things?
Recording, being an artist came first.
Now, why did you become a recording artist?
Just being inspired by my favorite artist at the time when I was in high school.
What high school did you attend?
Rockdale County High School, Conyers.
And you graduated from that high school?
Yes.
And what artists at the time are we referencing here?
Various artists, too many to name.
Now, at this point, what genre of music do you consider yourself?
I say alternative, hip hop, my own genre. I say feel good music, so I just made up my own genre just now, feel good music.
Could you describe that, or is that pretty much self-described there?
Music that makes you feel good, you know what I'm saying?
When it comes to that phrase, alternative hip hop, how would you define that?
You're just different, it's not the same shit you hear all the time. That's what I define as alternative, just different.
Now, is that something you just are, or is that something you strive to do?
I'm naturally a versatile artist. I don't strive to be anything but myself, so yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you strive to be different on purpose. When you hear music or you see music going in a certain direction, maybe you divert a different way to form alternative hip-hop.
Nah, just naturally, like when I started making music, that's the type of artist I always was, doing different things, hip-hop, whatever, singing, everything.
Now, did one of those come first when it comes to hip-hop, rapping, or singing?
I say hip-hop came first.
And how did you get into that genre of music specifically?
Just being influenced by my favorite artist at the time.
Was that the first genre of music you encountered in life?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I know there were various artists, right, that you referenced here. Too many to name. But was it a certain song that got your attention back then?
No.
When it comes to these artists that you were inspired by, have you had a chance to personally meet any of the ones you were inspired by at that time in your life?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now, how did you learn how to rap? What was your learning process like?
Really just trying it out. 10th grade, after school, leaving the bus, smoking with my friends. We was all freestyling. I started freestyling. Everybody said, hey man, you should rap. Since then, it's just been, I just continue to take it serious.
And was it smoking tobacco back then? Was it marijuana? Something else?
Oh, no, yeah, it was weed. Smoking weed, I was like, I could do anything at that time.
So is it safe to say that you were self-taught when it came to rapping?
Yes.
Now, what about singing? Was that the same as well? Was that self-taught?
Yes.
And what about producing?
Yes, self-taught.
And what was the transition from the recording artist side of things for you to producing? What led to that?
It wasn't really a transition. It was more so an addition. After a while, I just started to see, I want a certain type of beats that fits my artistry, so I just learned how to make my own beats at the time.
And what did you, what equipment, what program were you using back then?
FL Studio. Yeah, FL Studio.
Now, when it came to the rapping, the freestyling, you referenced 10th grade. What about singing? Was that the same grade as well?
Yeah, kinda, I guess. I really don't remember, to be honest.
And what about producing? 10th grade as well?
This was 2015.
And for time reference, it's April 2021.
Right.
And you were out of school by then?
Yes.
2015. You had graduated already, and
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the rapping side of things, have you found your sound yet?
Yes.
Are you able to describe it?
Yes. Makes you feel good. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I can't really, I can't describe it, to be honest. I really can't describe it. It's just something that you can't really put into words. Yeah.
How long did it take to, quote unquote, find your sound? Was it instant or did it take some time?
A little bit of both. Instant, and it took some time as well.
How did you know when you actually found it?
Just seeing the people's reaction, kind of like a year after I first started rapping. Yeah. Everybody raps. Everybody's been rapping, but when you stand out of the pack, it's just different, It's something about you.
I've interviewed some people before, and they'll say, I'm still trying to find my sound.
Right.
And some people, they found it. So just curious for someone watching that still hasn't found their sound yet, how they would know or how long it takes to get that and that sort of thing.
You just have to be grounded with yourself and know who you are as a person before you know who you are as an artist. And that's honestly all I can say, you know what I'm saying? Basically.
Now at this point, are you a full-time recording artist?
Yes.
Full-time producer?
I guess, kind of. You could say I'm a producer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You have signed a recording contract.
Right.
And you end up signing with RCA.
Right.
How did that happen?
Just making the good music. This was back in 2016. And that's it. There's no other way. Yeah, making good music.
And why did you end up choosing to sign to them?
I felt like at the time they were the best fit.
Are you biologically related to anyone at RCA?
No.
And when it came to your music, what do you think attracted them initially to you? Was it just your music generally speaking? Was it a specific song? Was it a local or regional buzz you had at the time, or had you already gone viral?
A little bit of both. I've gone viral in my city, Atlanta, Georgia, with a song called Myself. And prior to that, I feel like people attracted to it because it was just me being myself, and it's a sound that they've never heard before. I can't put it into words, man. I have my own sound. I'm my own person. I don't try to be somebody I'm not. I'm very versatile. It's just like shit. I can say it in words and make it sound good, but the work speaks for itself, basically.
Before finally signing with RCA, did you pass on any other offers?
Yes.
Care to share who?
No.
Looking back, did you make the right or wrong decision choosing RCA?
Yes.
Made the right decision?
Yes, made the right decision.
And for full disclosure, a rep at RCA set this interview up. Now, for chronological purposes, were you a full-time recording artist prior to signing to RCA?
I was a hustler, you know what I'm saying? That's all I can put it. I just wanted my music to be out there.
And then after you sign, you become full-time at some point?
Yes.
How long do you think it took to finally become a full-time recording artist?
About 3 years.
3 years after signing?
No, 3 years prior to signing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in this time of being a full-time recording artist, have you ever felt like quitting?
Never.
Risk versus reward. What's the biggest risk you took for your music career so far?
Creating music in the first place,
And why do you say that? Why is that your biggest risk?
When I made that choice when I was a kid to start making music and leaving high school to make music, I wouldn't really say it's a risk, but I knew the reward. I know manifestation. I just knew what I was working with, Even now, and I always know what I'm working with, you know. So that's it. That's all. That's how. I don't even know how to answer that, bro. You know what I mean? To be honest.
Proudest accomplishment so far in your music career?
Changing my family's life.
Sounds like a fulfilling accomplishment.
Yeah, very fulfilling.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, biggest failure so far in your music career?
I don't think I have too many failures. I have a lot of lessons that I've learned, and that is to be extremely consistent. That is it, you know. No failures, all lessons.
When it comes to tactics, method, strategy, what's the single best thing you've done for your career at this point? Something you look back and say, wow, I'm glad I made that move there, or I'm glad I did that.
To always believe in myself. 1,000%.